Okay, time for a new video. Welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. This is yet another Eurovision 2026 related video here on my channel, and another reaction type video as well, because right now I am about to listen for the first time to snippets of all of the songs involved in Ukraine's Vidbeer wildcard round, with regards to the upcoming edition of the ESC, which as we all know, will take place this May in Vienna, Austria. As always, you're welcome to let me know your thoughts on anything I discuss in today's video by leaving a comment down below, and as always there are links in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. So of course, Ukraine are one of the most successful nations competing at Eurovision. They debuted in 2003 and they have won 3 times so far, most recently in Turin in 2022 with Stefania by Kalush Orchestra, that song receiving a record points total in the public half of the results, and you better believe that they'll be wanting a 4th win sooner rather than later. One of the things that is most impressive to me about Ukraine's national selection, and perhaps it's very impressive for you as well, is how it is so different from any other national selection. The songs that you get in Vidbeer, you just wouldn't get in any other national final across the continent. It's not so much bland ballads or somewhat generic pop songs with so-so lyrics. Ukraine are just doing something very different every year, and I don't always like a lot of the songs on offer. I don't always like the song that ends up being Ukraine's representative in Eurovision itself, but I can appreciate that we are getting quality music more often than not. We are getting singers with great voices, we are getting some very good performances, and I think that's one of the key strengths for Ukraine at the Eurovision Song Contest. They are just doing their own unique thing, whereas some countries are maybe every now and then just playing it fairly safe, not really having a lot of diversity on offer, similar sounding songs every year. You know what I'm on about here. Ukraine just doing their own thing and almost always doing very well for themselves. This is a nation that almost always finishes in the top 10, almost always does very well in the public half of the results, and almost always does all right in the jury half of the results too. So that 4th win, as I just said, is probably going to happen sooner rather than later. Anyway, it says here in front of me there were 451 entries for this year's upcoming Vidbeer, and they were all analysed by a jury, I believe. We have known the lineup for the wildcard round for some time, but only now have the songs been revealed, and we have known the automatic Vidbeer finalists for some time, and their song titles were revealed yesterday, I believe it was. I'm recording this video on January the 8th. But we are focusing solely on the wildcard round, and I believe the voting is now open, but I could be wrong. I don't know whether it's just Ukrainians who can vote or everybody, but nevertheless the 6 songs are Herzi by Kayat or Kayat, DNA by Karyotype, Do You Hear Me by Monfia, By the Way by Antstay, Silver Pines by Marta Adamchuk, and Say It All by OKS. The songs that have automatically qualified for Vidbeer will be performed live before they are released on streaming platforms, and that will take place along with the song that comes through the wildcard round on January the 15th at 6 p.m. CET in Kyiv. There will also be a running order draw for the final. So we will be getting those other songs released in due course. The final of Vidbeer itself is on February the 7th, and that wildcard round closes on January the 15th, which is when those live performances are apparently going to happen. Anyway, some familiar names here, no doubt about it. I'm very interested in Monfia's song in particular. Let's get straight into this then. I don't think there's anything else to say. I probably am missing something. I am clicking backwards and forwards quite a few times here. There are a few videos loaded up and ready to go. These snippets are probably very, very short. For that I apologise, but I always say it in my own time off camera. I will check out these songs in full and develop stronger opinions on them. and probably elsewhere on my other social media pages and what have you, I will post something at some point about my favourites. And if I make a What We Know So Far video regarding this year's competition, chances are when I am going through all of the countries taking part this year, I will mention my favourites from the national final lineups that we know so far. With that being said, what I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner. Let me do that again. What I'm watching won't be in the bottom corner of the video you're watching. That's the way it usually is. But you might have seen these videos by now anyway. Do let me know what you think. I'm sure quality is coming. We're going to begin with Vidbeer 2026 Ukraine wildcard round recap by Misja Eurovisia Recaps. So credit must go to them for this video, which is just under 1 minute 40 seconds long. Here we go. Are we getting diversity and quality? No doubt. Okay, the first song here is Hersi by Kayat, my apologies. So this seems to have a bit of a dark undertone to it, an almost slight menacing vibe bubbling under the surface, if you see what I mean. But it also has a somewhat playful melody, perhaps. Yeah. I'm not sure if playful is the right word, but maybe you can understand what I'm getting at. Okay. Next up is Karyotype with DNA. It's in English. And this seems like an uplifting, light pop song. Let me hear that again. I'll probably like the whole thing, but I already sense this won't be winning the wildcard round. Monfia with Do You Hear Me? It's a ballad. Oh, maybe it's not. Drum beat. Again, a bit like the first song I listened to here, there is this very slight, almost menacing sound in the background with the instrumentation. I don't really know how to word it, but maybe you can understand what I'm getting at. I quite like that. Sounds somewhat powerful already. Next up is Antstay with By the Way. Okay. We've got all of these sort of swirling sounds in the background. That's a bit of a distraction. I'm not sure I really like that. But otherwise, this is a somewhat low-key pop effort, I would say, straight away. Oh, dear me. Yeah, not sure what to think about that one. Next up is Silvered Pines by Marta Adamczuk. A somewhat rousing effort, this one. Okay, I don't really know what to make of that one either. Maybe not massively competitive based on this snippet alone. Okay. And then we have Say It All by OKS. Okay, that seems like a relatively simple mid-tempo track. There I am saying earlier that I'm usually expecting diversity and quality in Vidbeer, but this wildcard round is maybe lacking a little bit for me, I'll be honest. Still not bad though. Okay, the best one there, well, I can see the first song, Herzi, probably winning this wildcard round. My favourite is almost certainly DNA. Monfia, I'd be very happy if she won. Antstay, not sure about that one. Marta, not sure about that one. And then this one at the end by OKS. I'm not sure about that either. Let's take a look at the comments. A lot of people liking Monfia and Kayat, or Kayat, my apologies. Seems as though it might be a two-horse race, but you just don't know. Maybe Ukraine will have a different opinion entirely. Let me now take a look at ESC Samuel. This is their top 6, so bear that in mind. Marta is last. Yeah, that's missing a little oomph, I would say, already. OKS, also missing a bit of oomph. Hertze. Yeah, that's got some potential. Antstay, not sure I'm really vibing with that one myself. This one here, Karyotype, that's quite nice. Playing it a bit safe, but it's quite nice. Monfia, yeah, in all honesty, yes, I think that's the strongest one here, based on short snippets alone. Monfia is who I think should probably be winning this wildcard round. I'll also check out one more video. This is by ESC Hayden, so credit to them. Let's see what their top 6 is, shall we? Oh, hang on a minute. Okay. Marta is last. Right, fine. Monfia is number 2. And Kayat is number 1. Okay, fine. Nothing else really to add to this video. I've now checked the snippets out and will listen to those songs in full in my own time at some point. And remember, that wildcard round closes on January the 15th, and that's when we'll be getting all of the live performances. And the artists who are competing in the Vidbeer final, already pre-selected, are Jerry Hale, Lord or Loud, Leleka, Melody, Monokate. That, of course, is the lead singer of Go A, Katerina Pavlenko, Mr. Vel, Shukariba, the Aliens, and Valeria Force. So there you go. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think about this Ukraine Vidbeer wildcard round lineup. And I'll be back with more Eurovision 2026 related content fairly soon, because next up, it's Croatia's turn. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, thank you for watching, and bye for now.